Good morning or afternoon. Yeah, afternoon out here. So another day in the Permian. We're just outside of Midland, Texas. Worked all night. Shut it down a little early this morning. Waiting on this damn 10-hour break to be up. So I figured I'd get on, do a little video. So we're going to keep it running kind of live here for a while. And if anybody pops on, got any questions, want to know what's going on out here, just say. It's a little dark. I got my curtains closed because it's 108 degrees outside. That sun beating in on this truck. Got them curtains open, boy. It gets hot even with the AC rolling. So it's a little dark, but I can turn lights on, obviously. There we go. Like I said, you guys are just going to get a live view of just pretty much everything going on. I got to make my bed and put a shirt on. So things are a little slow right now. We had a couple wells come down here in the last week. Two of them finished up, moved to new locations. So that's made some of the guys a little pissy around the yard. They ain't been working. But that being said, dispatch has been doing a real good job of trying to make sure everybody's making a little something and not letting just certain drivers keep moving. How you say, they're spreading the wealth. Again, trying to be fair about it and make sure that everybody gets to work. I don't feel like a goof now. My bed's made. It's made really well. Be all right. So last night I ran two. We had the new BJ site, Anadarko's. That's what it's called. It's a little west of Kermit, Texas, out on 302, and about 6 miles down the rough-ass lease road. That kind of sucked, but they're loading in the silos there, so that's nice. It makes it easy. And then they sent me back over here to Schlumberger, just south of Midland, and same thing. That's a pre-fill. They're not ready to start fracking there yet. They just moved to that site, and yeah, they're loading into silos. It's really nice when they start loading into silos because, like, Schlumberger normally only wants you to blow off, have a line pressure of 8 to 10, because it will bounce a little bit sometimes. Man, that take forever to unload. Forever. I mean, 2.5 hours to get that off. Especially if you're pulling a thick sand like 100 mesh like I was. It just takes forever. When you're loading into silos, they have a max PSI of 12 PSI line pressure. Well, if you can keep it running right there around 11, 12, maybe bouncing up to 13 a little bit, just kind of back and forth there, you can unload quick. I can unload this particular trailer in under an hour if I've got it right there about 12. At 10, it takes me about an hour and 10 minutes. That one last night took a little longer than normal. They put on what they call B600 100 mesh. It's just a little bit thicker. It's the same. I mean, it's practically the same thing. It's just a little bit thicker. And then the stuff they put on was coming coming into the silos fresh, so it wasn't really completely dry. It had a little bit of moisture left in it, which causes it to clump up and want to be sticky. And you got to be careful because you can clog your hoses real quick when you've got wet sand. So it took a bit longer to unload last night because I didn't want to try to put too much sand in the line, clog it up, and just be completely busy all, horrible night. So it took me about an hour and a half to get it unloaded. But I got it unloaded with ease. Didn't have any issues. That was my second one, so dispatch, told me what was going on. I came about, half a mile or so from that site. They got a big turnout down here that they've graded off so trucks can pull in and get some sleep. So me and a couple other Brady drivers are sitting down here. I got about an hour and 57 minutes before my break's up. I could do an 8-2 split. I've got 8 hours in. I just hit 8 hours and 3 minutes, but I've only got 3 hours and 5 minutes of drive time. So it really doesn't help me. I wouldn't have time to go get loaded and get to wherever they were talking about before I had to take a 2-hour break. You get a little pissy when you got to stop in the middle of the load, take a break. I don't know if there's anyone on there. If there is, if you got any questions, man, feel free to ask. Like I said, I think I'm gonna, if I can find my phone mount, anyways, because I don't remember if I packed it this last trip or not. I might have left it in my car. But if I didn't, I'm gonna mount my phone up and do some rolling live stuff, so we can, you guys can get a little bit of an idea, especially ones looking to come out here, what we got going on. Maybe some good news. I applied for the safety coordinator's position here at Brady. I do have experience in safety, quite a bit of it actually. For those of you that weren't here the last time I went live, I did, over 10 years in North Dakota's oil field, the Bakken. So we're in the Permian Basin here. That's the Bakken up there, or the Wilson Bakken, the Wilson Basin. Big time shale formations up there. But anyways, I did all management up there. I built the safety department for the company I signed on with, and now then I moved up. Now I'm down here, and it just so happened a few weeks after I started, the safety coordinator was offered a job somewhere else and was moving on. So they put out an internal open positions we're hiring email, and I seen it, so I applied. I set my resume up, applied for it. Fingers crossed I get it. I feel like I can bring a lot to the company from that position, other than just driving a truck. Don't get me wrong. I like to drive. I enjoy it very much. I love sleeping in a truck. It's never bothered me. In fact, I sleep better in a truck than I do anywhere else. But who doesn't want to be in management? I mean, if you have an opportunity, and this goes for anybody at any company, if you have an opportunity to move up, to better yourself, you need to take it. Now, you may find that you're not good at it. You may find that it's not for you. You don't want the stress. You don't want the responsibility. But I can tell you from personal experience, when I was first promoted, I wasn't sure if I could do the job. And I didn't want to let my boss down, because I figured if I screwed up, I was just going to, I wouldn't have a job. I'd get freaking fired, and, wouldn't be able to provide for my family. Here, I'm not worried about that. If I move up and the position's not a good fit, Brady's really good about, they don't just really fire people, especially ones that came out of a truck. They'll move me. I can go back to driving a truck, uh, which is great, because if I want to keep driving, I can, if I don't think the money's there, I can say, hey, I just need to go back to the truck. The money's not here. It's in the truck. So uh, I'm really looking forward to that phone call, hoping that our director of safety gives me a call and says, we'd like to offer you the position. So if that happens, we're still going to have live content. We're still going to get out there, and it's just going to be from mainly a pickup truck and on site, and going through some safety stuff as well, stuff we see out here. So I don't know. I mean, if I get the job, I get it. If I don't, I'm not out of the job. I still get to drive this Peterbilt down the road. Make money. So for me, it's not really any kind of a lose situation. It's win-win. I still got a job, and if I don't get the safety position, I still got a job. And if I do, then I'm just going to move up inside the company. And that was my whole intention when I came out here, was to not spend the rest of my career behind the wheel, but to move up and get into management, and hopefully upper management at some point with this company. Speaking of this company, we just signed on a new customer. Not exactly. I think it was WTX or WPX, or I don't know, something like that. Is a good thing for us. They started rolling this morning. I think is what the scheduled start time to get rolling with them was, and unfortunately, like I said, they're trying to make sure everyone that's been sitting is getting loads. I'm pretty sure once my break's up here and I call dispatch, they're going to be moving and grooving. I've been up for a little while now and been watching bunches of our trucks rolling in and out of the Schlumberger site, so that tells me that they're pretty close to having that pre-fill done, and they're getting ready to start fracking that hole. Maybe not, but normally it only takes them a couple days to get that set up, get the move and get everything set up, lock, cocked, and ready to rock. I can tell you, sitting around the yard listening to some of the guys bitch, whine and complain about not working. They'll be happy that it gets up and running. The sad thing is, those same guys that cry about it are the ones that only want to do one load a day. They don't want to go out and work the hours they have, and work their time and get as many loads as they can. I'm going to jump off here for, give me 5 minutes. If you're on here, I'll be back. Just need 5 minutes. Got to walk across this site to the restroom there, and got to have my FR on to do that. So be back on about 5 minutes, people. Thank you.